Hello summoners, welcome back to another damage comparison video. This one is going to be between Stark Enhanced Spiderman and Hulkbuster. Now, this is the first time I'm using Stark Enhanced Spiderman in a damage comparison video. The main reason is I used to do it against Realm of Legends Winter Soldier, and the fact you have to get to 10 poise charges first would have played a pretty big factor there, but here these fights are much longer comparatively, so the fact that you have to spend the first 20 seconds dashing back and building your poise charges shouldn't make a huge factor. And even if it does, I think it's still fair because they are every character these days, they are really complicated. They have different game mechanics, different play styles to get your the most damage output out of them, and like some of them are not as, like, if you're comparing about the two, you do have to like parry heavy quite a bit. With Hulkbuster you have to wait for the opponent to block and then use your special attack, and all of that takes time as well. It's just that unlike Stark Enhanced Spiderman, it's not that visible. So like at the end of the day, in this channel at least, when we're talking about damage comparison videos, we are taking time as the main factor, not the number of hits and stuff, because I feel that is a more fair way of looking at things. Plus, like in the Hulkbuster and Guardian comparison, first of all, I wasn't playing Guardian really well, but at the same time it wasn't terrible Guardian gameplay, but a lot of people were saying like they're just different types of character. Hulkbuster gets his damage straight off the bat, and the Guardian requires a bit of a build up, which is fair. But at the same time, because I have started doing this in Labyrinth, I don't think even that should be much of a factor, because they're not characters like Aegon or Guillotine 2099 who can carry on the damage, and these are one of the like longest fights you're going to see. No one is using Guardian in a base, I don't think. Maybe for some fights, but no one is using him as their main clearer, and that is the reason. Like, if you can't, you should be able to get, and he is a pretty decent damage output character. Hulkbuster is just, it's really hard to beat Hulkbuster. He has a lot of damage if played correctly, and I was in KT1 stream earlier, and we were just talking about if his heavy attack didn't whiff, then he would be so much better. People would use him probably everywhere, because this guy, his power control is amazing, his damage output is amazing, he's super tanky, he can take a lot of hits, unlike Stark Enhanced Spiderman. And let's talk a little bit about Stark Enhanced Spiderman, because I feel he's a very powerful character and I don't see him being used that much these days. A big factor is that he's not available as a 6-star, which I think is not really required compared to the newer characters that we have in the game. Is like a 6-star Stark Enhanced Spider-Man won't break the game, but he would benefit a lot from it, because the main problem with him is the fact that he can't take that many hits. He's a pretty glass cannon kind of character. So having the extra health of a rank 3 6-star would benefit him a lot, and he has a lot of utility, he has a lot of damage. He was one of the one of the earlier characters who had both damage and utility. So let me quickly mention whatever things these guys bring to the table utility wise. So for Stark Enhanced Spider-Man, he has shock on the SP2s. I just saw that, I wasn't going to mention it otherwise, but he has also taunts, which are very powerful. He has power drain on the SP1, which overall makes him pretty decent for stuff like all or nothing, because between the power drain and the taunt he can handle a lot of stuff. On top of all that, he also has the auto evade thing, which is really helpful if you are a newer player and don't really know how to evade a lot of special attacks, and even if you are an experienced player, it can save you a bunch of times. And on top of that, he can handle multiple variants like variant 3 and variant 5, because he is a tech character and a Spider-Verse character. And Hulkbuster is also another character who can handle multiple variants here, and he also won this damage comparison. He can handle variant 2 and variant 3, by the way. But that is going to do it. Have a nice day. Subscribe to the channel for more content. Like this video, share with your alliance. Do let me know what other damage comparison videos do you want to see, and stay safe. Bye.